5 keys to control the sugar we consume without realizing. Sugars have been classified as empty calories because they have no nutritional benefits. Visualize a kilo of sugar. Yes, one of those typical packages that we buy at the supermarket and with which we can fill the sugar bowl several times. It seems a lot, right? And yet a kilo is the average amount that an adult consumes in 2 weeks. And teenagers ingest even more. Many will be surprised that it is so much. We know there is sugar in obvious foods like chocolate or cookies. But there are also large amounts hidden in other foods not considered sweet. 1. What should be the daily limit? In March 2015, the World Health Organization reduced its daily recommendation of sugar consumption to 5% of the total calories consumed to carry an optimally healthy diet. Failing that, no more than 10%. That recommendation is a challenge for today's eating habits. In Western countries, sugar usually represents up to 15% of the daily energy intake. But some nutritionists go even further and recommend consuming less than 3% of sugar in our diet. These limits are for all the sugar content in our food, both natural sugars and those in honey, milk or fruit juices, as added sugars and refined, because the body does not distinguish between natural sugar and the processed. Indeed, all types of sugar are transformed into glucose and fructose and processed in the liver. 2. How much is that in teaspoons? This is the World Health Organization recommendation for an adult who consumes approximately 2,000 calories a day. Following the recommendation of 10%, it would be a maximum of 50 grams of sugar per day, equivalent to about 12 teaspoons. Following the recommendation of 5% for an optimal diet and additional well-being, it would be 25 grams a day or 6 teaspoons of sugar. 3. How much sugar is in a can of soda? A single 330 ml standard size soft drink can contain the equivalent of 9 teaspoons of sugar. That is more than the optimum daily amount recommended by the World Health Organization. A can of soda can exceed the maximum amount of daily sugar recommended by the World Health Organization. A cola drink of 330 ml contains 36 grams of sugar. But a light cola drink contains 0 grams of sugar. 4. How much sugar is hidden in foods not considered sweet? According to a BBC research, the drinks that have more sugar content are, from highest to lowest, smoothies, cola drinks, fruit-flavored water, energy drinks and fruit juices, not fresh. These drinks do not fill us as much as a non-sweet solid meal with the same number of calories. A 150 ml orange juice contains 12.9 grams of sugar, equivalent to about 3 teaspoons. Source: Public Health England. The recommendation for children is to consume water or milk without sugar, instead of soft drinks and fruit juices with added sugar. Alcohol is also a problem. According to data from a survey in the United Kingdom between 2008 and 2012, 10% of the total sugar consumed by adults comes from alcoholic beverages. Then there are also the sauces, the barbecue sauce, ketchup or the sweet and sour sauce, they all have sugar. A couple of tablespoons of sauce may contain the same amount of sugar as a donut. On the other hand, a 125 grams fruit yogurt contains 15.9 grams of sugar. The same amount of yogurt but natural and with added fresh fruit contains 11.6 grams. Source: Public Health England. And some light or diet products are not necessarily safe, because to enhance the taste manufacturers compensate for the low fat content with high sugar content. 5. How to calculate how much sugar there is in something you buy. Calculating how much sugar is in the food can be confusing because labels can appear under different names. But almost all end in O's: glucose, fructose, sucrose, lactose, maltose, high fructose corn syrup. There is a proven relationship between high sugar diets and diseases such as obesity and type 2 diabetes. Manufacturers are not usually required by law to separate the added sugars from the natural ones on a nutrition label, but you can usually see the total amount of sugar present by looking at the number that says carbohydrates of which sugars. In general, if there are more than 15 grams of sugars per 100 grams, it is considered a product with high sugar content, while 5 grams per 100 grams of product is low sugar content. Learn how to eat yourself thin, burn fat and banish cellulite. Click or tap below to download this free ebook.